Hey guys, Jagus here. This is Jagus Reviews. Alright, gonna take a do a partial teardown on the Tronsmart Mirtune S100. Now this goes up against JBL Charge 6 LG X Boom Bounce speakers of that size. It actually does a really great job on bass. Bass is on point, definitely better bass than most of those other speakers, but it does suffer a little bit in like the clarity and stuff. So hopefully they come out with a firmware update to fix a little bit of the sound problems. But I would say for the most part, it's a good speaker. Really got a lot of volume, got a lot of bass. Let's take a quick look here. Standard 1-inch tweeter. And then this is the big boy. So we've got a 3.5 inch by just almost 3 inch, about 2 inch and 7, about 2 inch and 3/4. So definitely bigger woofer than the Charge 6 and others use. That is what is really going for this speaker. You are able to get a really nice sound as far as the bass and warmth and everything like that goes. Let's take a quick listen. Play some, let's just do some EDM. Alright, gonna pause it there. As you can see, got good excursion, got good movement all the way around. Passive radiators are working really well. It's got a good sound, and with the cover off, it actually does help the clarity and highs quite a bit to go along with the bass and everything that you have. So if you do get this speaker and you don't mind the cover being removed, I would take the cover off just to make it sound a little bit better. Because I guess that's part of the reason why it's sounding a little bit less clear, a little bit kind of, definitely warmer, more bass oriented, not quite as clear, not as crisp, all of that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the woofers, what's on the inside slightly, do a quick free air, and then I think that'll be it for this video. Meet me back here, one moment. Alright guys, so we're going to take a quick look at these speakers. So let's go ahead and do this one first. So the tweeter is very standard. Now it does say 4 ohm, 10 watt tweeters. So decent little tweeters, little tiny neodymium magnet. In there you can see some of the circuitry, motherboard. In here, we're not seeing much. It looks like under that black thing is going to be where the battery is. And then, yeah, just got your motherboard circuitry, all that. Sorry, I'm not crazy versed in all of it, but it all looks pretty decent built. Now, most of these speakers are starting to use the neodymium magnets. You can use a lot less and get more oomph out of it. They're just a bit better overall. So this one is vented basket, really nice, good spider, and yeah, all in all, pretty good speaker. It's a little bit flimsy, so I mean, I could definitely see them making them a bit stronger, but props to Tronsmart for making their own speaker instead of just taking JBL's like most companies do. Let's do a quick free air, and I'm gonna turn it down just slightly because I don't want to blow it out. A lot of air coming out of there. And it does look like it's... Oh, never mind. It is not. Thought I had dual spiders, but... As you can see, I am pushing it to the max. I had to turn that down quite a bit. So free air, definitely not recommended on this speaker because it will absolutely, doesn't take much power to free air this at all. But yeah, honestly, it's a good little speaker. And for 80 bucks, can't really go wrong, right? Alright, I'm gonna pause it there. So yeah, that gives us, looks like if you want to get to the battery, it's gonna be that in there. Not a whole lot going on. Got our passive radiators over there where the lights are, but yeah, pretty standard speaker. Doesn't have any rubber stuff here, but I don't know. I think for the price, it's a well-built speaker, pretty good all the way around. The sound is good, very bassy, like I said. It's got a massive woofer though, so that's why it's beating the Charge 6 and other speakers in its size category as far as bass goes. The woofer is quite a bit larger than the woofer they use on those other speakers. Tweeters are very standard, and then they've got the dual tweeter thing going on, same thing with the LG X Boom Bounce. I think that does make the sound better. I think you can get some sort of stereo separation with it like that, but all in all, it is mostly gonna play in a mono-like sound signature, especially for speakers this size. Once you get to the Boom 2 sound core, I think that you might notice the stereo separation a little bit better because the tweeters are higher powered, further apart, all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, guys, honestly, if you got 80 bucks, this is a very good speaker for the price. Pretty well made, good sound, does sound better with the case removed, the front cover. But yeah, not bad at all. I think that it's cool that they use their own proprietary subwoofer, or woofer, excuse me, basically full range driver for their main unit. And then, I mean, the Silk Dome tweeters, that looks about the same as what every other company uses. But props to them making their own speaker driver and using that. And they actually did a really good job. It sounds great. The bass is definitely on point for a speaker this size. You're definitely reaching the deepest of bass. Now, if you do custom EQ this yourself, you can make the woofer overwork itself, have too much excursion. So you will just want to keep an eye on that. And then just at the max volume, it can slightly limit the volume on super bass heavy tracks. It's not by much, but I can hear it just a little bit. So keep that in mind as well. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. See you on the next video.